South Africans living abroad still have a chance to cast their ballots, as today is the final day of voting for the general elections. The Groundwork Collective, an initiative by former DA MP Mbali Ntuli, has been part of the independent election observer mission at various polling stations across the world. We speak to two of the observers about their experience and how voting is going in their respective venues. So Jelena Duza is in Switzerland and Matsatsi, or rather Matsatsi Hlatshwayo, is in New York in the United States of America. Good morning, ladies, and thank you so much for your time.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So let me start with you, Matsatsi. It is 1:30 in the morning in New York, and I understand that you've been staying up just for us. Thank you so much.
Actually, I had to drive from New York, go to Massachusetts, so yeah.
Wait, you drove from New York to Massachusetts?
Yes, because I live in Mass.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. So just to be clear, you voted?
Yes, I did.
And how did that go? Take me through the process from the moment you woke up in the morning, and then what?
Waking up in the morning, I'm all excited. I'm going to see my South Africans because I've been here for about a year and a half. So I get there. I'm all excited because I have this thing. When I go to see my South Africans, I get this glow. When I get home, like I'm glowing. Like, yo, guys, people don't understand. So I'm all excited. I leave. I go there. When I get there, I start seeing. As I walk in at the embassy, oh my goodness, I see my South African flag. I got all excited. I'm a very loud person, by the way.
Yeah.
And yes, I started taking videos, said hi to people, spoke isiZulu and Afrikaans and some Pedi, and which was very exciting for me. And yeah, I went in and I voted, and I met my colleague who was also an observer. Then he gave me the T-shirt, and I observed for about 3 hours because I had to drive back to Massachusetts, and I actually had to ask someone to take me there.
And what was the process like in terms of its organization? Was it smooth? Share some details with us about that.
You know, that's the thing. South Africans are a very happy bunch of people. We are very happy. We are very respectful. It was beautiful. People actually felt at home. We heard some people say, "Good." The moment I walked into this building, I wish I could just stay here because it smells like home. The accent, actually hearing the accent of South Africans, it actually felt amazing. Because there's a little bunch of us. We are not as many as other people in abroad. And yes, it was beautiful. People were very happy.
All right. Tell us exactly where were you voting exactly? What's the name of the venue? And what was the turnout like?
Yes, it was pretty good. People were flowing in, even though it wasn't as big as it should be, because in New York we had 1,000 some change of voters, and people were flowing in. It was good, and yeah.
That is fantastic. And I want to just come to you, Jelena. Now, you are voting from Switzerland. And, of course, we share a time zone. Well, it's exactly the same time in Switzerland right now, which is 7:38. So you voted?
Indeed. So
tell me what that experience was for you.
I arrived there at 5 o'clock, and at 5:01, I cast my vote and then resumed my duties as an observer. And it was very smooth. So when you arrive at the embassy, you're actually greeted with a little food stand where voters could also purchase biltong and boerewors, and also some goodies that they've been missing from home. So that was a very nice welcome. And then when you walk in, everybody's so friendly, and the room is filled with laughter, and the process is quite smooth. So that was a really nice experience, and to see just how well everything's been going. So very happy to have been there. And like Matsatsi said, I felt like I was stepping into home.
Yeah.
There's very few South Africans here in Switzerland. I don't know many, so this was one unique opportunity to actually see a group of South Africans in one place. Even during the Rugby World Cup, we couldn't get so many South Africans in one place. So it was a great experience.
I love the concept of the food stand. I love biltong. You know, they should have just had like fat cakes, magwenya there, so marwans. Now, what exactly?
A very entrepreneurial South African took the opportunity to sell their goods during the election period.
I love that. What exactly does an observer do? If you can just tell us about your role, Jelena.
Sure. So our primary role is just to be impartial, to observe the election process. We're not allowed to touch the ballots, but we're just been asked to stand there and to make sure that the election remains an impartial process, and there's no compromising of the ballots during that time.
Yeah.
And it's also nice, we stand at the entrance, we observe people coming in, and also just the process of handing over the ID and so forth. In the evening, when we close the doors, we also observe the counting of the ballots. So not the votes, those get sealed in a diplomatic bag and sent off to South Africa, but we just make sure that the ballots that are there balance out with the people that have been registered in that day.
All right. And you are also an observer, Matsatsi. So give us an idea around what sort of training processes you're taken through to be literally an observer. I guess it's quite self-explanatory, but just for the benefit of our viewers, just take us through some of the elements of the process that are important to look out for to ensuring that this is a fair election.
We were told you need to take, if people are given each and every voter who's walking in, are their names on the list. Make sure that they are given one ballot paper and not more. And just, we were in our area, we were able to walk around. You can actually walk around, interact with people, because so it wasn't. It wasn't much of a work. You're just there to observe, to see if everything is running smoothly and making sure that people are, everything is done by the law and, everything, people are following protocol.
Yeah. So
people are given one ballot paper.
Yeah. All right, fantastic. So as much as we know that the times have been extended to 9 p.m. Local time, are we anticipating, do you think, like more voter turnout, and especially in your case, Matsatsi, where you say that the voter turnout was not so great in New York?
Actually, apparently it was, because when I got there around 10 because I got lost. I actually thought I put in my wrong address. I was supposed to go to Manhattan and I went to Brooklyn. Apparently the turnout was pretty good. People were, it was huge. For the ladies, because I spoke to some of the ladies who were with IEC. And they're like, it's the turnout was actually good. And the list, you can tell, the people that they scratched off from the list, people were flowing in. And they had, on Friday, people were also voting. And I didn't know they started on Friday. So on Friday, apparently people were coming in, a lot of people coming in, because they work at the embassy. Most of the people working for the IEC they work at the embassy. They are locals. And people who are in New York, South Africans who are in New York, voted on Friday.
All right, fantastic. Well, ladies, thank you so much for your time, the both of you, and for really just dedicating yourselves to South Africa and for your patriotism. It's really quite refreshing.